Spud, I'm going to give you a life lesson. And by extension, the millions of people that listen to Triple M football, because that's why we're that far in front of
I know that. There's
something that's been lost in recent times. It's just quite how far we are in front of everyone else. So, therefore, Spud, when you've got that many, it's incumbent on us to tell them and steer our beautiful family in the right place in life. So let me give you a life lesson, Spud, because you need to hear this.
You need lots of life lessons.
I'm listening.
Life is far too short for two things. To play golf on crap golf courses and to drink rubbish wine. Never tip into either of them, Spud. If you can't play on the sand belt, don't get your clubs out of the boot. And if you can't drink proper red, then go to a beer. Nothing wrong with a beer, Spud.
No, I'm with you.
But the quaffing stuff.
Over $200 for a bottle of wine.
Spud, leave it alone.
But $200 for 750 millilitres.
It's actually bad for you. It does more damage than...
So at my bar at home, all those $10 bottle of wines that are $19.90,
they're for good for cooking.
If
they're making a pasta sauce,
I've been to BT.
I was always told the older it is, the better it is.
If they're cheap to begin with, BT, they don't get any more expensive.
Right, you must have done a couple of functions for CUB because I've never seen more cans and Coronas in 5 or 6 bar fridges.
I remember one day I had a pallet of Coronas delivered to the local supermarket, right? CUB said, we'll deliver them to the local supermarket in Romsey.
What, in
I've
Romsey?
gone down to Romsey.
Imagine how quick he would have got there.
And the supermarket manager said, yes, sir, yes, sir. I said, a pallet of Coronas. He said, they're out the back. I have got a pallet of Coronas.
You know it goes off.
You've got to drink beer.
It goes off, BT.
No wonder I put on 20 kilos.
He gets down the lawn there and gives it to Mickey Turner and all. He goes, have one, boys. And they're going, gee, Brian's generous. And a couple of Coronas out. He didn't even buy them.
Pallet of Coronas. I've gone down there with the boot open. He said, mate, these will not fit in the boot.
I still reckon one of the funniest nights on that one, Brian, was down at Lawn JB when he had his 50th down there with Tanya, and he said to the guy, I'm going to bring the Moe champagne for all the girls.
Very nice.
And he bought the bottles very cheap, but the corkies cost him more. And there was a blue with him, the proprietor.
$45
$40
a bottle.
$45 a bottle. Per bottle.
To pull the cork out from. My favourite, and I hadn't known Bristol very long at this stage. It was, I reckon, early 2000s, and we were calling the footy on Triple M. Now, I don't know where we were going, but we had about 15 minutes to spare before we had to do anything. And Bristol said to me, looked down at my feet, said, what size are you, JB? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, shoes, what size are you? I go, 10.5 US. He goes, what does that correspond in euro? And I said, I think it's about 44. He goes, right, come with me. We walked around to the back of his chariot. He opened up
that's nonsense.
He opened up the back of the four-wheel drive.
That's nonsense.
There were 30 boxes in there. He started ripping them out. He's going, I reckon I've got a pair of 44s in here somewhere.
Sounding like Fred Cook.
No. That's very good, JB. I don't want to trumpet, I probably won't, but out in his work shed, and he loves with building tables.
Come on.
He's got 13 boxes of every power tool you can imagine. And I said, mate, I've just put a little garden shed up on the farm. Do you mind if I have a lend?
Yeah, that's it.
Of the one out of the box? He goes, no. So I've worked out each power tool should last you 10 years.
Yes.
So you're going to live to 150 by.
Mrs. T's been through a bit. I remember the day on Triple M Football many years ago when she rung up. We were on air.
I remember it well.
And she said... Well, you guys got her on air.
Yeah, we did.
After she'd run to speak to me privately.
That's it. We did.
Anyway, all of a sudden she appears on air, and I said, what's wrong, Dale? She said, the cow is in the swimming pool. I said, what do you want me to do about the cow in the swimming pool?
Put floaties on it.
Get it out! Somehow, she got in the pool and got the cow out of the pool. 600 kilos.
She is a gem, your wife.